family, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel, baby. Vlog 57. Felt like I have to come back to my roots, not only just regular vlog style, but back in the cold plunge. For my day ones who know, at least from last year in the winter and fall, this is freezing. I had the rubber plastic cold plunge, and I was using that and doing all my intros, but now we got this big boy from Colorado, so shout out to them. But anyway, like I was saying, we're back to our roots with the regular vlogging days. I'm gonna keep going until I finish this intro. I need that machine to shut up. Anyway, gosh, actually I lied. I didn't want that machine to be too loud, but anyway, like I said, we're getting back to our roots, how we usually do vlogging, and I decided to pick the camera on probably the busiest day out of the busiest week of this entire year. So, you know, I never seem to fail myself when it comes to making myself the busiest. But it's not that I put all this stuff on my plate at once, it's that I've had all these things going on and they just suddenly all came together. So let me go inside. Happy you guys are here. I'm gonna go inside, shower up, freshen up, and I'll see you guys back in the kitchen just to let you guys know what is going on today, and we'll go from there, all right? We're all showered up, freshened up. New Prefrd Black Friday drop items are on. I'll show you guys that later. Anyway, we gotta get our coffee. I've been doing just coffee in the morning. Usually before I was eating, after I got out of the shower, freshen up everything, and then going to work. But for some reason, I like doing my coffee and not eating until like 3 hours from now, so like closer to like 11, even sometimes 12, depending on how busy I am. Some days I do it intentionally, other days I'm just too focused on what I'm doing in my office or whatever else, and I just don't even think about eating. But I kind of need to be smarter this week because of my High Rocks race on Friday. But like I said, we'll also get into all of that stuff here in a minute. I'll run you guys through everything that is going on today, this week, what's been going on. It's a lot. So I'm going to get my coffee together. Let me show you guys how I do this, okay? All right, so first we got a little Nespresso machine, and we have these pods. These are the, I don't know how you say that. Soleo. Anyway, one of those in the machine, let it do its thing. Comes out like this, but tastes like crap. So we spice it up a little bit. We go Splenda packet, stevia in the raw, boom. And I go about 100 grams or milliliters of almond milk and about 30 grams of this sugar-free French vanilla coffee creamer. It's really good. I'm also gonna throw a little honey on it, maybe like 5 grams. All right, then we're gonna mix this up. Should taste a lot better than what came straight out of the machine. And then the best cold foam I've ever had in my entire life, and macro-wise, Trader Joe's salted maple cold foam. 10 calories a serving. Crazy. Throw that right on top. It's so fire. And some cinnamon, and that is it. I like a lot of cinnamon. And there you go. That is my coffee I drink every morning. Honestly, it's pretty nice because this will run right through me. So then I go to the bathroom even more before I even eat during the day, and I feel very, very clean. I don't know, it's weird. It's interesting feeling. This kind of just gets me going. But we're gonna jump into the Word of God for a little bit before we jumpstart our day. Make sure He is fulfilled in us. We will get on with our day. All right, so I'm gonna read the Bible a little bit, and I'll see you guys in the office. All right, family, it is time to lock in. Just read a really good word, reading 1 Corinthians. There was a few verses read out at church yesterday, and I was like, gosh, I really need to reread that. So we're rereading that. I just finished Philippians. That was my first time reading Philippians. I did not know it was so short, but it was really good, really good. I probably just continue to reread everything that I read in the Bible because you never know how you can interpret something a certain way at a different time. So you never get enough of the Word of God, no matter how many times you've read it. We've got our jazz music on. I've got my list of things that we need to accomplish today, which is very, very hefty, but God would not put that vision in my head and in my life if I was not capable enough of getting through all this stuff. And that's the way I think about it when I have a lot on my plate and I feel somewhat anxious. I know that I just need to take it one thing at a time, one day at a time, and everything will work out in itself. There's been countless times where I've talked to either my wife or my friends and family just about, you know, when you're actively going through something, you don't really realize like what's going on. And it just feels like a lot. But then once you get past that point, maybe a year later, and you look back on that time, you're like, dang, I was able to get through that. It just doesn't feel like that in real time, obviously, but it's just a work in progress of just trusting God, knowing that, like I said, He doesn't put those visions in your life for no reason. You just gotta make sure the time is right with that, and everything else will follow suit. But here's the layout for today, for vlog 57. Beautiful Monday. You guys know Monday is my favorite day of the entire week. It's how you set the tone. You've said it very well today. It's about 8 o'clock right now. Well, 8:30. I got up around 7. I was up doing some chores. I was like cleaning stuff, taking care of the dogs, and then I did my golf lunge. You guys saw that. I got my coffee, read my word, and now it's time to lock in for several hours. Anyway. So we have YouTube vlog, start that, plunge, take AM weight, time with God. That's every single morning. Then my next set of things, for those who know, you guys know what I'm about to say. For those who don't know, this is called my maintenance, like kind of list or tier, however you want to put it, box of things. So emails, client checkups, new submissions, and answer DMs. So that's like non-negotiable every single day, even when I might have a busy day. Busy day as far as non-work related stuff, I need to do that every single day. Then I have to check on clothing shipments. So I have 3 shipments coming in, and then we're done. I'm gonna show you guys the state that my garage is in right now. But shipment today, shipment tomorrow, and then shipment Wednesday, and then we're full throttle with all athlete packages, promo on Thursday, 2 shoots. You guys kind of see where I'm going with, there's a lot going on. Anyway, after that, we'll go through manufacturer messages just to make sure everything is up to date with where we're at right now, and then future packs for 2026. I then have to go over all of the performance pack stuff for next year, mid to late January, but I have to order all that stuff before Thursday of this week, which is an entire week before Black Friday pack even drops. So now you guys see it's adding up, all right? So not only have I not had the Black Friday drop yet, and it's the most items I've ever had in my life, but I now have to order an entire new drop before that even comes out, before the end of the year. So it's just a lot. So I'm gonna lock in and do that. I'm gonna work on what I like to call filler content for growing brand identity. With Prefrd, I think the marketing is good. I think it's good, but I want it to be great. And I think when it comes to being great, there needs to be content outside of just the marketing that I post for drops to continue to increase brand identity and brand awareness. Because obviously I want people to feel something when they come to the Prefrd page and when they purchase the clothes and wear the clothes. So there needs to be something showing that graphic wise, other than just the promotion for the drop, if you get what I'm saying. So we're gonna work on that. I have a brand partnership deal that I need to go over creative wise for, just like scripts and stuff like that. I have another brand partnership deal that I have to create an ad for. So I'm gonna go over the creative for that. We've got 2 workouts today, full upper body session. We gotta walk the dog, so about 2-mile walk. Then we have a 5-mile run, and then we're gonna recover later tonight. And then anything else that comes up during the day, because this all doesn't go to plan every single day that I write this down. There's of course other stuff that might pop up, so let's do it, baby. I'm gonna lock in for a little bit, get my maintenance work done, and I will catch in with you guys and give you a little update on what's going on, all right? Alright gang, all maintenance work is complete. I'm about to go into a pretty deep session of just going over all the performance pack and the layout for that, and it's very in-depth just because there's an entire sheet to order for packaging, accessories, all that stuff, and then there's an entire sheet obviously for the garments, and it's quite a lot of garments. I'll just give you guys the rundown of what we're looking at. So seamless half zip, seamless performance short sleeve, vintage wash crop tee, We got a regular oversized tee. We got a performance tank. We have a cropped like cotton tank, still very soft. We have a performance long sleeve cuff joggers, compression short with a liner, so 2-in-1 shorts. We've got a performance short linerless, so think like Lululemon pace breaker shorts. We have a classic pullover hoodie that pairs well, or not pairs well, but goes with the joggers to set. Ombre crew socks, I'm looking at them right now, and then we have a running hat. So I have to go over all those quantities and sizes, what colors I want to go with, lay all those out for my manufacturing team, as well as go over all of the packaging and accessories and those quantities and colors and all that stuff. So very, very fun stuff. I wanted to bring you guys this drop and drop it in December, but when I was looking in early October, I got back from Italy and I still needed to order some pieces for the Black Friday drop. I was like, okay, if I try and do a 30+ item pack Black Friday, as well as an entire sale on the site, and then spin back 2 weeks later and try and drop a line or a collection that is completely different than anything that I've dropped ever for the brand, and expect supporters to, buy into both that quickly, was unrealistic, and I had to be real with myself. So kind of took an audible and stepped back and went back to the drawing board. I said, okay, I can really focus and hone in on what I want to do for this Black Friday drop, which I have done, and then focus and put this training pack towards January, where people will start having more New Year's resolutions. They want to get back in the gym. They're looking for new performance clothes, yada yada. I think it just all works out better. There's more space in between each drop to give people some cushion. I can't expect you guys to, there might be some people that will spin back 2 weeks later and buy a ton of stuff for a new drop, but that's not super realistic for my supporters, and I don't want to do that to you guys. I have to be real with you guys. I'm a human, so I understand what goes on. Also, when it comes to a drop, because I have athletes, it's never just, okay, all the items come in, I get the items, I put them on the site, and I sell. That's never how this goes. It's usually about a 3 weeks to a month before that I need the clothes, because clothes come in, organize all the clothes, do inventory checks, put the inventory on the side, schedule the photo shoots. There's usually minimum 2 shoots, one for Instagram and marketing, the other one for e-com and flat lays and model shots and all that stuff for on-body photos on the website. Then I have to edit and put all that stuff out, let the athletes order what they would like. We usually just do, they get a gift card and they can order what they would like. Ship those out, allow them to promote it for more than a week, and then we drop. So there's always a period before where I need some cushion and some room to get all that stuff done. So I think a lot of you guys know that, but for those who don't know, it's not just clothes come in and ship out. It's never that easy. If I was trying to do this Black Friday drop, I have to focus on that, and then you're looking at December 1st when I can ship these Black Friday orders out, and then I would have to have the new drop already with me, promoting that stuff, doing the photo shoots, doing the inventory checks, sending out to athletes, and then spin back 2 weeks later after that and then drop it. That's just not realistic. So back to the drawing board. But my manufacturing team told me that in order to have a release in January, that I would need to order all these pieces for this drop this week. So they told me that on Friday, and I was like, all right, shit's getting kind of real. Then you have to focus on cash flow. Now you're doubling up on 2 drops and not having cash flow until the Thanksgiving drop or Black Friday drop, but having to order these pieces beforehand. Now you have to dip into more funds to order the pieces. Now it's never 100% up front for these drops, but at the same time you still have to put a good chunk of money up, because I'm not ordering 20 t-shirts a style. It's a lot more than that. So gotta focus on cash flow and managing the finances within the business so it makes sense. So I probably work on this for an hour or however long it takes me to. Usually if I can lock in, I can get it done with an hour. So we're gonna do that, and then I probably will eat after I finish this and lock in on this. We'll go from there. Good start to the day so far. This is very important. I will check back in with you guys in about an hour. All right, family. We just finished up this little work session. That's about an hour 22 minutes. It's 10:22 right now. I just went along and kind of broke down just quantities and sizes based off of past reports and analytics on Prefrd's customer base and just where I want to take the brand. So for right now, for the training pack, I will get to the Black Friday drop this video, but for what I'm working on right now, the training pack, we have half zip up performance tee, crop tee, oversized tee, performance tank, crop tank, performance long sleeve, cuff joggers, hoodie, cuff joggers again, and hoodie because black and gray, performance 2-in-1 shorts, and performance linerless shorts. So I had to go through every single item and figure out how many I wanted to order, and then each size breakdown. And what I have seen customer base wise Prefrd is that there's more people that wear a medium than an XL. So I'm taking that switch and ordering more smaller sizes than larger sizes as far as like XL, 2X. I will still have those, just not as many, because I've seen the sell-through rate be greater with smaller sizes rather than having excess in the larger sizes. So there's some things I have to look at. Just looked at MOQs and price per item, my cost, and then what I want to sell it for, total cost, and then also, like I said, the packaging and stuff. So as far as like packaging goes, just more in detail that goes into that cost. You know, you have like your main size label, printed size label, lanyard, keychains, new zipper bags that the items would go in, a new tag, like satin tag for certain items. We have a bright orange, because orange is like the main secondary color, and I'll show you. So it's like, as far as like the ombre socks, which these are so sick, dude. You guys kind of see how it goes like white faded into this orange. It's super nice. So orange is like our staple performance color, so the instruction label on the items will be a bright orange, so there will be absolutely no excuse for you guys to not know how to wash and dry the clothes and take care of it. And then we have like the bags that the items will be shipped out in. So the zipper bags is what the item is in, and then that bag with the item in it will go into another bag, so I have to order more of those. Because it's like a whole new sector of the brand. So it's not like, I don't want to keep it the same with the same bags that I have now. I want it to feel like an entire new section of the brand that's like new to you guys. It's gonna be sweet. And then hang tags. So all that stuff is not super cheap, especially when you have to order like, you know, 5,000 lanyards. Even though like each one individually is like relatively cheap, you know, you start adding up that many, it becomes a lot. What's up, Mr. Blaze? So went over that, and yeah, so now I'm just waiting on my manufacturing team to get back to me on some stuff, and when they do, I'll go ahead and continue that. But as far as work-wise, we have to do now, well, I'm gonna go eat, so I'll show you guys what I'm eating this morning, just kind of give you guys some updates on training and physique and all that. But as far as work goes, I still need to work on filler content. For the brand, I have to go over my 2 brand partnership ads, and then we're gonna get out of the house. So I gotta make one stop somewhere before we go to the gym. I wanna try and get to the gym around 12:31. I think I can give myself an hour to work on this other stuff, and that'd be straight, and we'll go from there. I'm a big advocate for, you don't need like several hours to work on something if you're efficient. I think it just depends on how you work and what you like to work on. You know, like for example, my maintenance work might take me 30 minutes to an hour one day, but another day I might not have as much on my plate when I come to open up my monitor, and it takes me 10 minutes. So it really just depends how that work session goes. But let's go to the kitchen, get our meal going, and I'll see you guys in there, all right? Since the rack is already right here, I'll go ahead and show you some pieces. This stuff, well, this is a sample for next year. And then these are samples for like Black Friday drop, college letter tee, stamp tee. And now these, I just want to preface that these are not this is not the shirt material that it's going to be on. It's thicker and a bit longer, so it's like semi-cropped. This is just the printing of it, what we had at first. Arch tee, fire, and then the motor tee, and then I obviously have on the college letter hoodie. This is probably one of my favorite shirts from the drop. This rhinestone tee. It's so beautiful, dude. That's fire. Because you got the little resistance is in this little box. It's hard to see in this lighting, and then Prefrd in the rhinestones. Fire. And then I have on the baggy shorts. They're just like the baggy sweats, just in shorts form. We got the ribbing at the bottom, Prefrd logo, same drawstrings and key loop, deep pockets. These are fire. But as far as the training pack, because that is what's on my mind right now, this is one of the crop tanks. All the material is like the best material I've ever used for Prefrd. I'm not bullshitting you guys. You will get what you pay for. This stuff is phenomenal. and it does not shrink at all. So training division on the back, that's the whole theme of this drop, training division. And then you got the wing logo and the new Prefrd typography right there. Let me see. This is one of the crop tees. Same training division. This is in black. And then you have wing logo, Prefrd right there. This is the same, you're gonna see the same type of theme. So same logos, just oversized tee. Let you guys know again, the material is absolutely insane. We got the running long sleeve. It's still, you can train in this too. I go to the gym in this as well. It's not just for running. Hugs your shoulders, chest, a little bit of the arms. Not like too heavy where it's like uncomfortable. And then it's flowy at the bottom, so it's not like squeezing your stomach. This material, bro, just makes me go like this, bro. It's insane. Quarter zip, half zip, whatever you want to call it. You guys have been begging me for this, so we got this like nice. The material is nice, but I'm trying to like show you guys the texture of it because it's different than like the long sleeve or the short sleeve of the tanks. It's like very textured. You got this reflective strip in the middle. Prefrd right there, raised. Let me see if you guys can see the raised part. Maybe a little bit. And then you got the small training division hit on the back right there. Absolutely insane. I have some other samples. They're around the house. If I can see them, I'll get them, like the joggers and the hoodies. We're still waiting on some final last samples. So hoodie, dude, I've gone through like an insane amount of samples. I'll show you guys. So each sample comes with this card that my manufacturing team puts on it. And this is probably like, I don't know, not even half of how many samples I've gone through. I mean, you can just see how many. And each one has like the size, what sample it is, model number, and all of the material breakdowns. So I have a ton. So like all these was like when I first got samples. This has like nothing printed on it at all, and we just built up from there. Oh, this is like one of the shorts. This is absolutely insane. This is my boy Reese's short. This is what he's gonna wear. What we're gonna wear. This is medium. I'm gonna wear a large for the High Rocks race. These are the 2-in-1 shorts. Absolutely insane. And I got the reference from YoungLA because you guys know I've been wearing the 2-in-1 YoungLA shorts forever, and they stopped making them. So I was like, dude, I want to make my own because those are my favorite shorts. So I just made them a little bit better. The inside, like the liner, is a little bit thicker and softer, which was one of my complaints about the YoungLA ones, even though they're like one of my favorites. Super dope material. You got the raised new Performance Prefrd P on the outside. You got 2 reflective strips on the back. You got a raised training division on the belt. It comes with an adjustable belt to tighten up the waistband, because I know I like to do that when I train. I know other people do too. So super small details. You also have a pocket on the side right here. Let me pull it out. In the shorts, so if you lift it up, you'll see there's a little pocket on the liner. So these are absolutely sick. Super excited about those, but I think the last samples we're waiting on are hoodie, training hat, joggers, the running tank, and I wanna say that's it. Yeah, hat. Oh, the linerless shorts. We had to make one more change to that. So they're like, think like Lulu pace breaker shorts, because those are one of my favorite shorts ever, but I wanted to obviously wear my own. So linerless pace breaker linerless shorts, cuff joggers, the hoodie, and the running tank. Those are the last final samples we're waiting on. Everything else is gonna be ordered this week. So I'm very excited about that drop. And then the promo for that drop is gonna be absolutely sick. Me and Eddie have been just cooking up ideas when it comes to that. So I'm hyped. But Black Friday for Prefrd is first. I'll actually, after I show you guys and talk to you guys about the stuff in the kitchen when it comes to my meals and physique and training and stuff, I will go over Prefrd's Black Friday with you, okay? All right, breakfast is made. It's almost 11 o'clock, it's 10:50, but this is what I've been eating for the past like 2 weeks, I would say. I stopped eating bagels, I don't know, like a month ago. Back to sourdough. I like switching around every like maybe 3 to 4 months, but still eating eggs. We have about 150 grams of sourdough, which is roughly 4 to 5 pieces depending on the size pieces you get. This is from Izio. I get it Tom Thumb. It's fire. It's everything bagel seasoning on it. whatever. 3 eggs right here on top, and then we have the star of the show. We got about 3 ounces of the Hummus Fit flank steak. It looks like this right here. It comes in a whole package. It's just flank steak. And this is, for 4 ounces, it's 217 calories, 32 grams of protein, 0 carb, 9 fat. And this is perfect. I'm with Hummus Fit now, and most of you guys probably follow me on Instagram, and that's where I posted it. So you can use code Shep for all your buff and muffins and steak and all the meals. The meals are good. I would go meals as far as like least to favorite from them. Meals, a la carte, like the steak and chicken by itself, and then the muffins. The muffins are insane. I wanted to try them out before I started to promote them to you guys, just to make sure they were good. The macros are insane. It doesn't feel like those muffins should have that much protein and be that low calorie, because they're insane. But the steak is one of my favorite options. So if you're looking to ease up your meal prep, you can use code Shep, or if you want like a sweet treat at night, you get the muffins, use code Shep. I love you guys. But this is what I've been eating to fuel my second kind of work session. That's how I've been structuring my day. So I have my first work session, kind of let my brain run out of energy with that 1 coffee and a little bit of water, and then I'll come eat, kind of take a break, then I'll go back, fuel it up, and do whatever work I need to do, and then I'll eat again, and then we'll go hit our first workout. I'll come home, recoup a little bit, do whatever work I need to do then, eat again, and then go do our second workout, come home, refuel, eat, and then go to sleep. So that's kind of how my days are. But as far as physique, I'm trying to think the last time I talked to you guys. It's been a while, just because I know the Italy vlog and then my birthday vlog were a little unorthodox when it comes to my YouTube vlogs. So that's why I wanted to get back to my roots with this vlog and kind of give you just a rundown of where everything has been at. My full focus has been on my High Rocks race, which is on Friday. And I just got notice that I'm gonna be competing at 4:10 p.m. So I'm very excited about that. Get to carb up the day before and all day that day. I'm getting very excited. It's not like butterflies as far as like nervous. It's like butterflies as far as like I'm ready to go and see where me and Reese stack up with everybody else. Our first goal was sub 1 hour 10, and then we did a High Rocks sim race, like a full thing, I think a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago. And we got an hour 5. So I think our goal is to get sub 1 hour. It's gonna be tough, but I think we can do it just based on all the training we've done, the work we put in, and where I know that we're at as far as like time goes. So sub 1 hour, and he just turned 23. I just turned 25, and they put us in the 16 to 24 age group. I honestly think we can, if we can hit sub 1 hour 5, we'll probably be on podium. If we hit sub 1 hour, we'll definitely be on podium. So we're gonna try to shoot for sub 1 hour. That's gonna be very, very exciting. So I have a few more workouts this week for that. You guys will see the run today. It's just easy recovery run. It's 4 to 7 miles based on how I feel. I'll probably try to shoot for 5. But I've just been trying to stay lean. I know I carbed up for that High Rocks race sim just so I can experiment and see what was going on in my body. I ate like 400 grams of carbs the day before, and then 400 carbs the day of, and I felt pretty good. I don't know if I'll do that much for the race. It just depends how I feel later this week with all the stress and stuff from Prefrd stuff. But I've been eating about 2,500 calories, give or take, day to day, about 300 carb, 200 protein, around 50-60 fat. So keeping it pretty simple. I would say I'm still in a deficit just because I still want to be lean, but not in a severe deficit where I will feel like crap and my energy levels are down. It's more of a deficit to stay lean but still hit those marks that I need to. And I just plug and play as far as my carbs and fats go. Protein usually stays the same, but carbs and fats, I manipulate them based off how much training I have for that said day. If it's a lighter day, then I'll go lighter on the carbs. I'm lighter on the fats. I like to keep fats around the same each day just because of hormone levels. I'm very plug and play when it comes to food, and shout out Hummus Fit for providing all this stuff to make it super easy. But I'll show you guys what I'm eating throughout the day today, just so you guys get a little bit of a grasp on how my full day eatings go. So like I said, eggs, sourdough, steak, water, electrolytes, creatine, rise, Coach Shep, and then we have another 24 ounces of water. I'm gonna drink both of these while I'm sitting here, and then we'll go from there. So that's the rundown. I'm gonna eat this up, kind of woosah a little bit before I go back to working. And we'll keep this day going, all right? All right, gang, we're back. It's about 12. A little later than I wanted to, but I had some stuff to do. Our water filter in the fridge was long overdue for a replacement, so did that. First time I did it, I didn't know you had to shut off the water line. And well, usually you don't have to with Samsung fridges. They market them as leak proof. That did not happen the first time because I tried to replace the filter and water started leaking everywhere, or flooding, I would say. So made sure to not do that this time. Changed that, and then we had a bad pack of chicken that was in a trash bag in the trash, and last night I went to go put the trash on the curb, so it's every Monday, and there was a ton of maggots in there, so yuck, he's right. I just cleaned that out because I was like, I'm not taking this trash out last night to clean this. This is stupid. So I let them take as many maggots with the trash as possible this morning, and then I cleaned out the rest. There was like probably 10% of how many maggots were in there yet last night, just now. So I cleaned that out with some dish soap, hose it down, it's all good. So now we're in here getting ready to work some more. Probably work for about another hour. Do both of these ad creative sessions. Anything else I need to do before I go head out to upper body. But let me show you guys what is dropping next week for Prefrd. All right, I won't show you guys every single piece because I don't have every single piece with me. But I'll just give you guys a breakdown of what is coming to you next Friday. 11 a.m. CST, and then 10:30 CST is for early access. I would definitely sign up for early access for these pieces. But just the whole premise of this drop is basically, it's called the Collector's Pack. Collector's Pack Black Friday drop is that each piece is unique in its own way. So I wanted these pieces to be a lot different than the last drop, because last drop is perfectly packed. Every single item had the same logo on it, and that's great for basic items and wearing a lot. Now, I'm not saying you can't wear these pieces a lot, but I wanted these pieces to really stand out in its own way. So we'll run down every single thing. 31 total new items. Crazy. All right, so starting off with the skull caps. I've had these the longest, so you guys have probably seen all of these. So Weatherman, let me do this. Weatherman, Marble, Barbed Wire, Digi Camo, and then last minute I wanted to add these lanyards. So you have a barbed wire lanyard and then the Weatherman pattern lanyard. Absolutely fire. It's gonna be the same material and same construction as the ivory and black lanyards that I had a long time ago. I mean, I just sold out of them, so we'll have those available. May do something where, like, if you order a certain amount, there's one for free, but as of right now, they'll be available for purchase. Moving along to the hoodies, the one I have on now, the college letter hoodie, that will be coming in this vintage black that I have on, and then the heather gray kind of color. Let me see if I can find, yeah, this will give you guys a clear view. So these are the hoodies right here. Then this is the zip ups, crop zip ups. So these hoodies are French terry inside. Not super heavy, but I mean, not super light. These are gonna be a little bit heavier just because they're regular fleece cotton on the inside, so they're a little bit warmer. Crop fit, really nice proportions. And then moving along to some of the t-shirts. So there's 8 relaxed boxy fit tees that are like semi-cropped but not super cropped, and they're not long like oversized tees, just because I'm big on proportions when it comes to like wearing this with the baggy shorts and the baggy sweats. So 8 of those, and you have the rhinestone tee like I showed you earlier. So rhinestone tee, motor tee. You've got, sorry, let me go back to this. You got the college letter tee right here. This is the marathon tee. That's the front, this is the back. Absolutely sick. All the major city marathons right there. And you got each Prefrd logo on the bottom. 2022 is when we started the brand. We got the arch tee, Prefrd club tee right here. I'll show you the back of that one. I've been sitting on that design for like, this one, for like over a year. So fire to finally come out with that. And then we have these t-shirts. This is a stamp tee, and then you have the Prefrd lifting gym tee. It's got the Dallas skyline on the barbell, which is absolutely fire. I showed you the shorts I had on, but they're coming in gray, wine, and black, just like the sweats. As far as the sweatpants, it's the same baggy sweats that dropped in April. So we'll have the black, gray, and wine back, but we're adding a berry blue colorway, which is absolutely sick. As far as other restocks, we have both thermals, black perfect thermal, Hunter Camo perfect thermal, the faded black oversized tee, the real tree oversized tee, and then we're adding 2 new oversized tees with the snakeskin print and the leopard. I think that's a really cool pattern as far as basic tees. And that is everything new that is dropping. So like I said earlier, the whole new drop will be regular price, and you can either use code Prefrd or your favorite athlete's code for 15% off the new drop, and then all of the items that were previous on the site and in stock will be 15% off, plus that 15% code that you would use. So you can get 30% off the items that are in stock, and then 15% off the new drop. So I'll show you how that looks. So it'll be like a sales tab on here, and you literally will see everything is 50% off. So all the perfect sweats, the skull caps before, the crop tees, crop tanks, shorts, like every single item, all the way dating back to like the hats and socks and stuff like that. So you'll see like home, new pack, sale, and then obviously the regular stuff, outerwear, shirts, bottoms, headwear, accessories. So a lot more updates to come as far as like how the items look on models, the creatives behind everything, details, description, sizing, fitment, all that stuff. We'll probably start the promo on Sunday or Monday this weekend, or the following Monday, and we'll go from there. Very, very excited about this. Been working on this for a long time, and I think you guys are gonna really like the effort that went into these pieces. So I'm gonna go over some more work right now that I had to do with those ad creatives, and probably see you guys when I need to get ready for the gym. All right, just finished up that creative work session. I was able to come up with the creative concept idea for the video that I'm gonna do. I'm actually partnered with Dove Body Wash, so if you guys see that ad coming out probably next week, I was able to work out something with them. And then I have another deal with the Colorado Cold Plunge, but I already know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm just waiting for them to hit me back with some key points and details that they would like me to talk about and cover in that video. And then we'll shoot both of those and go from there. So we're moved on now from morning side of work. It's about 2 p.m. So hopefully we can knock this out in the next 30 minutes, what I want to show you guys. And then we'll eat our pre-meal, go lift, be done with that by like 4. Come back, eat, and then go hit our 5-mile run, do whatever else we have to do tonight. So show you guys the full, well, not the full, because I didn't order everything from this YoungLA drop. This is the Black Friday YoungLA, huge drop on top of a restock. I'm pretty sure it's like 100 plus items restocking. If you don't know the theme of the new Black Friday YoungLA drop, then you probably live under a rock. It's Batman, Joker, Bane theme, which I love. I absolutely love The Dark Knight and all that, all those movies, but I don't feel like that resonates well with my style and what I wear now. Not saying that the pieces aren't hard, but I think for me and what I wear, there's just not, doesn't match that well for me. I got some of the pieces that I liked, but most of the stuff that I got is still in the Black Friday drop. It's just not Batman themed. So I'll go through, I literally have the list up of what I've ordered, and I'll go through everything in here. I have not opened these yet because I was waiting to shoot this YouTube video specifically to show these items. So let's go through one by one, all right? Starting with, actually this is pretty sick. They did like a comic book thing with all of the styles that are coming out. Very sick marketing right here. They've done a phenomenal job, even on like Instagram and stuff. Super cool what they've done. I don't even know what their, I don't even want to know what their marketing budget is. But literally all the way down to YoungLA for her, so pretty cool. First up, we got this small package right here. I think they just had to send this separately. Pretty sure this is the scuba jacket. It's supposed to replicate, actually I might be wrong. I might be right. I think this is the scuba jacket in like a gray. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. It's supposed to replicate Lululemon scuba jacket, so very like structured but soft material. I feel like I gotta put all these pieces on for you guys. Another excuse to give a little physique check. So not as lean as I was before Mexico, but still relatively lean. This is a size large. This feels crazy, bro. I would like to know this material breakdown. I'm not gonna lie. It's Tampian. That's fire. Low-key oversized for a large. That's pretty sick. It like is super structured. So like it's not very flexible. It like stays in its structured place. I don't know, it's pretty cool. Honestly don't know how much I wear this, but it feels pretty good. All right, scuba jacket right here. Let's move on to everything else. All right. We're just gonna go one by one. Long pack and slip. Right here we've got, this is the District denim jacket. It's supposed to look like it's like steel. This is fire. I'm not gonna put this on because I have to undo all these buttons, but this jacket's fire. This is one of the ones where I was like, okay, this is a sick piece to have. Go out to dinner in or something like that. Every piece that I got, I'm gonna recommend you buy because I think it's the right word is just the swaggiest out of the whole drop. So District denim jacket, I got a size large in this. This is the Motto long sleeve right here. All right, this is dope. Yeah, this is sick. I like when they kind of put these like pretty cool logos all over the place like this. It's fire. Should I wear this to the gym today? This is a size large. Low key, that's fire. I might wear it with these shorts. Very lightweight, lighter than their other long sleeves they've come out with before. But Motto long sleeve, size large. This is the black wash. Yeah, black wash. All right, next we have got. Oh, this is one of the hoodies I saw that I was like, all right, this one is pretty unique of a design. This is the Road Rash hoodie. Very, very cool concept here. Basically, supposed to be like Road Rash. Lots of cuts. Graphic YoungLA right here. All cuts in the hood and all of that. Even the back, there's cuts in it. Distressing at the bottom. That's super fire. That's super fire. I like the kind of contrast, black end, black pocket, black hood, black bottom ribbing, wrist ribbing. That's sick. Road Rash hoodie. This is a size large. Next up, these are the camo pump cover joggers. Pretty cool. I've always loved the pump cover joggers from them. Pretty simple. What is the size XL? Yeah, I wear size XL in all YoungLA bottoms, size large in all YoungLA tops. Unless it's like a super big jacket, but camo pump cover joggers right here. Next we have, that's a really cool hang tag. It's like a pillow. What is this? I don't remember ordering this. Scuba sweats. Are these are scuba sweats? I think these are scuba sweats. So this one goes with the jacket, I'm pretty sure. Super comfy inside. It's like fleece cotton. All right, definitely will wear these probably to sleep or just chill. Errand run. Those are cool. Next up, we've got more sweats. These are the throwback baggy joggers. I like the logo they're using. It's got a cuff at the bottom, hence the joggers. This logo's sick. I really like this one. And then same thing on this hem tag on the back, if you can see that a little bit there in the lighting. French terry inside, it's gonna be a little lighter. Still very soft, cuff at the bottom. XL throwback joggers right here. Then we have another big jacket right here. This is, I think this is one of the field jackets. No, sorry, this is the Yellowstone jacket in extra large and a black. I got both of the colorways. It's like quilted in the inside. This is fire. This is huge. This is probably something I put over a hoodie, or just wear it like this, honestly. Very warm. Yeah, quilt inside. You can see right there. That's fire. Boom. All right. This is the black Yellowstone jacket. And then we have the other one right here. This colorway is called, this is the tan Yellowstone. I'll put this one on actually. So I'm gonna keep this long sleeve on to go lift. Honestly, I don't have anything like this color, so I'm kind of happy I got this one. This is almost like giving me Carhartt vibes. That's what I think. Absolutely clean. It's like a dark bronze, and you got this beautiful tan color. Yeah, it's gonna be a staple when it gets a lot colder. XL in both Yellowstone jackets, black, and you got the tan one right here. This is what I was talking about before. These are the field jackets. This is a little bit more, you can dress this one up a little bit more. Same quilt inside, but it has a collar and no hood. Is that a brown collar? Oh, that's really nice. I got a size large in this one because I knew I would probably dress this up more than that big Yellowstone jacket. So, see, very nice. Buttons, custom YLA on there, zipper. Got the YoungLA on the bottom, brown. That's proper. Inside pocket. This one's fire. So field jacket right here, size large. Nice little brown tag on the back. Yeah, I would definitely put some fits on with this. You guys can kind of see where I'm going with the stuff that I ordered. Very on brand with the type of clothes and outfits that I wear. Then we have the black field jacket. Lots of jackets that I ordered. This file is hefty. This black one is super smooth. Yeah, this is sick. Very proper, very black on black, on brand, like I said, with the brown tag in the back. This one's sick, dude. You can see very nice details. That's fire. All right, next, we ain't got much left. This is, I am not sure. Oh no, okay. These are the scuba sweats. I was like, okay, those don't go really well with the jacket. The black sweats that I showed you was from the Comfy collection. And these are the scuba sweats. So same like charcoal type of color, structured. Somewhat stretchy, but definitely give me scuba vibes like the Lululemon. That's fire. A little raised hit, a little red on the side. That's fire. Little YoungLA logo on the back. The red is what I'm talking about. Is like on this. You can like see it on the side a little bit. Very, very cool details. I always like looking at other brands' details. Some stuff like, I don't know, regular consumers will not pick up on. So hopefully that helps. These are size XL. These look huge. So we'll see about these. This is the Comfy Collection hoodie. Okay, now it makes sense. Comfy Collection pillow hang tag. That's such a cool detail. It's like a little pillow. That's so cool. This hoodie, very, very clean. Nothing crazy about it. It's got like a little pillow looking tag on the front. I think that's the only branding on it, yeah. Inside, yeah, pretty comfy fleece. Standard black hoodie, can never go wrong. Now on to all of the Batman stuff. This is sick packaging. Even though I'm not a fan of like every single item that's coming out, this packaging is fire. The Dark Knight trilogy, that's super sick. Now to show you what I liked from the Batman stuff dropping. Low-key was gonna wear this long sleeve. Maybe I should wear this one to the gym. I feel like I gotta wear this one. All right, we're gonna put this one on. And the tag too, that's so fire. That's so fire. All right, let's see what it looks like. This is the Batman comic long sleeve in a gray wash, size large. I got probably like I said, the swaggiest items that were in the Black Friday drop that you can put on and not feel like you're just blasting Batman everywhere. I mean, that's pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's sick. I think I can rock this to the gym. I'll probably wear some sweats and a hat, maybe. All right, next Batman item. This one is filled. This is a Batman street hoodie, size large, black wash. Size large? Yeah, size large. Oh, that's so nice. It's thermal on the inside. That's fire. Thermal on the inside, it's like a big blanket almost. I think this is one of the best outerwear pieces from the Batman drop. Subtle Batman logo in the middle. It's like cinched on the bottom, so it's probably very warm. I mean, it's got thermal lining inside. And then even though there's holes, you're still like you're still protected because of the thermal lining inside. Kudos to you, YoungLA, for doing that. This is fire. Last but not least, this is probably my favorite Batman item from the drop. Tapestry jacket. I think there's a few of these, and this one is the best one. Nah, I definitely could put on a crazy fit with this, bro. This one is OD. Bro, that's sick. Seeing it in person, and I'm not even gassing it, because like I said, I didn't order like more than half of the Batman items, but this jacket is sick, bruh. Wow. Look at that. This is pretty fire. I definitely put on a sick fit. This is definitely the staple piece. I probably wear black jeans, black shirt, shoes, maybe with a little bit of color. Crazy piece. Crazy piece. But yeah, that concludes everything I got from the YoungLA Black Friday. Let me pull up details on when stuff drops. It is Tuesday the 25th. Next week is when it goes live. 30% off, code Shep. I'll obviously post it on my like Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok. If you have any other questions about pieces, definitely let me know. But I showed you guys everything that I liked from this drop. I hope you guys pick up some stuff from this drop. This one's sick. Size large. Size large tops. Size XL bottoms. Code Shep, alright? Love you guys. I'm going to put on my fit, show you guys that, and then I'll meet you guys in the kitchen to go over our pre-meal, and then we'll go lift, alright? Alright, kept this long sleeve on. Just Lulu shorts and some Asics. But I need a whipped cream. Alright. Primo hasn't really changed. 50 grams cream of rice, chocolate brownie flavor. We got a scoop and a half of the peppermint jet puffed. It's really good. Rise protein, 16 grams of Justin's peanut butter with honey, and a little bit of whipped cream. 2:30 right now. I'll probably start lifting at like 3:30. So about an hour to digest, and then we'll go from there. Eat this up. I'll edit some videos, and see you when I see you. Okay? Alright, it's time to head to the gym. We'll have to make one stop before. I have to go to the bank. But this is current situation here. So this is not even half of them. Well, this is about half of them. Like I said, I have 3 shipments coming, 1 tomorrow, 2 on Tuesday. Sorry, 2 tomorrow. I was supposed to have 1 today, but it got rescheduled for tomorrow. So 2 tomorrow, 1 on Wednesday, and then we're good. Low key, either we'll wait till tomorrow or later today. Later today or tomorrow to organize these. I've started to organize them based off of what item it is. So like all of these right here are just berry sweats, like the blue colorway. But we'll see. So let's head to the gym. It is hot in here. I don't know why Texas cannot get like all the way cold yet, bro. I'm literally sweating just standing outside. You can't even see that. I'm literally sweating just standing outside. Although it has been nice with my runs to not, you know, be drenched in sweat 2 minutes into my run when I used to run in 100-degree weather. But I did like that training because when I was sweating a lot, sorry, I don't have my seatbelt on. There's a gas station right here. When I was sweating a lot, I was burning a lot more calories. 3 o'clock, I will probably get to the gym around 3:30, depending on how long this bank visit takes. And I'll take you guys through my upper body day. We still have to run. I would like to run before 5:30 because it gets pitch black at 5:30 now. And then, you know, when it's 6 p.m., I feel like it's 1 a.m. in the morning. Anyway, all right, I'll get gas, go to the bank, and I'll talk to you guys when I talk to you guys, okay?
Yes, you can. 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 Top it. Ready for calling. Me on a sergeant. Driving my party. Spring eyes. Burgers. Cardi on the eyes.
I'm actually really happy with that. I got 9. Because last week, well, I did on Saturday. I only got like 6. So I think I'm recovering well. My whoop said I recovered well today. So we'll do. I usually have been doing 1 set at the hundreds and then a back down, but I'm gonna do that again in like 2 minutes. See if we can get 6. If we go 9 to 6, I'll be happy. And then we're gonna lap pull downs. That felt really, really good.
Yes, you can. 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 Every day I go shopping, I bought 500 closets. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah. I ain't made no bank run, got the black card in my wallet. I got bands, I got Spanish, try to expand, yeah.
Alright, I don't know what's going on today. I just hit that shit for 8 second set. Recently I've been gassed after the first set, but race week, I don't know what could it be. Prefrd Black Friday coming up. A lot of great emotions going on in this last half of November, so maybe that ties into my strength. But both lap pull downs, I'm definitely tired right now. Both lap pull downs were taken, so we'll just do Nutri-Grip lat row, and then we'll hit our secondary chest. Probably be a fly, and then I'll do lap pull down after that. And a lot of raise biceps, abs. So I'm not even gonna warm up. I'm just gonna maybe fill out like 2 reps at a lower weight, and then put it to the weight I usually do that. There you go, alright.
Come to a crush, oh yeah I do. I got extended bankroll, the reason she loves, that's what it do. I keep it loyal with the gang, they know everything a nigga do. I had a bought a moose, same with me and my lady, they came in 2. Big baby riding my ride, ain't tell a lot of my tribe. I took the lid out of binge, that look like a jet ski when it glide. I keep the same old roster, I don't got new guys. I eat the same old skirt steak, STK with some fries. Oh, you mentioning money, you're lying, bitch. Oh, I had mixed up looks.
Alright, I thought the cable machine was taken, so we're not gonna do pec deck, we're gonna do a cable fly. And then once I fail the fly, I'm gonna come in and press. You'll see how I do it. So I usually shoot for like 8 to 10, and then we'll just press until we can't anymore.
Oh, I ain't let a nigga take my stride. Let a nigga take my style. I ain't let a nigga take my life. Yes, you can. can. Yes, you 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 can. Draped up in gold, draped up in diamonds. I took the trophy, ran off with the prize, and I took the prezi and put it on the visor. Took out the rave season, put her beside it. I paid my taxes, even though I like it. Pink bubble gum season, her Porsche crying. 3 stripes on DMC and I'm retiring. I can go Willie B, even though I'm a liar. Yes, you can. 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 Yes, you can.
Alright, WS lift. I didn't really do any talking the last like 3 exercises, just busted through them. Didn't feel abs, that room was packed, but we're just at 59 minutes total. That's honestly probably the longest session I've done in a while, but I felt super locked in and I feel good. So it's 4:36. I'm not gonna have too much time to fuel back up, but quick pump check. That's fine. I was 192 this morning, so that's what I've been sitting at recently. Damn, dude, I feel really good today. I'm gonna try to keep as much muscle as I can during marathon prep, but I feel phenomenal right now. All right, probably see you guys at home, show you what the post-workout, pre-high rocks workout meal is, and we'll go from there. And I'll also show you guys the performance shorts, because I'll wear those for the workout and anything else that comes up. Right. All right, back home, got our post-workout and pre-high rocks training meal. 6 ounces of the same flank steak from this morning from Hummus Fit. It's at the bottom. 200 grams of jasmine rice from Trader Joe's, pico from Trader Joe's, and then some guac salsa, also from Trader Joe's. Got about 20 minutes before I need to leave. So down this, get a good workout in, come back, hot tub, eat, buffin muffin, sleep. See you guys on the way to the gym. All right, so I originally had 5 miles planned for today. But I think me and Reese should focus on like our transitions and stuff and just, you know, get the exercises down. I feel pretty good with my running. I know I have a few, 1 to 2 runs. I think there's a run tomorrow that I have to do. But we have the same coach. So his coach gave him 3 rounds. We have 4 minutes of running, 3 minutes of rowing, 2 minutes of ski, 1 minute of either bodyweight lunges, wall balls, burpees, or air squats. And they should be at zone 2 to zone 3. So this is not all out. So we'll probably do the running at like 9:30, maybe in the 8s. I might put it in the 8s just so it's closer to high rocks pace, depending on how heart rate is. The rowing though, 3 minutes is about, I know we're shooting for sub a minute 40 seconds for 500 meters. So 3 minutes should be about, that's really hard for math for me. That's really hard math for me right now. If 500 meters takes us a minute 40 seconds, how much can we do in 3 minutes? Well, a minute 40 times 2 is what? 3 minutes and 20 seconds? Yeah, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So we should get about 850 meters in. So I say we just shoot for 800 meters and we go like 200, 200, 200, 200. Just so we can get the flow down in the transition, because that's like super important when it comes to doubles, high rocks, just getting your transitions down. You don't want to like fumble that, and that's with everything. Ski, row, kettlebells, lunges, this is with the sandbag, maybe wall balls. I'm not sure how that will work, if you can drop it or not. And then 2 minutes of ski, same thing. We're trying to get sub like 140, 150 around there. So 2 minutes ski, I would say we just do maybe 250, 250. 250, 250, so we both eat the same amount. Well, that's what I'm trying to think about right now. So if we do, because this is supposed to be 3 minutes by yourself, so I would say whatever this equals to. I know I'm yapping right now. I'm just trying to map it out. This is what I do every time before work. I'm trying to map it out. If 2 minutes of ski is roughly around 500 meters, then we need to do 1,000 meters individually. Sorry, that's not correct. We need to do 1,000 meters together. So we'll do 250, 250, 250, 250, or however we're gonna break it down. I can't remember how we said we were going to. I have it written down. So if 3 minutes of rowing is roughly 800 meters, then we need to do 1,600 meters of rowing. I mean of ski. So maybe we could do that. And then the 1 minute of bodyweight lunges, I think we'll probably just do maybe 50 wall balls. Depending on how long it takes. I don't know how long 50 wall balls takes. I did start doing a different form for my wall balls the other day, and it was crazy. I used to like throw it up and leave my hands up, like my shoulders up high. My shoulders would start burning, but I would throw it up and then I brought my hands down to like my traps area, and it felt a ton better. All right, this should be a good workout. I'm gonna try to film as much as I can. It's only 3 rounds. Y'all probably don't want to see a lot of running. It's just literally running on a treadmill. I might show you the first run, a little bit of that, and then just tell you guys how things are going throughout. Kind of clip it up that way. But I'm about to pull up to Lifetime right now, so we'll get right into this workout. I'll probably stretch a little bit and then go from there, but that is the rundown, all right? All right, this seems to always happen. We come into the gym saying we're not gonna hoop, and then we end up fucking hooping. So I just played a game, I scored like 7 or 8 to 15. We're about to go again. Alright, I'm gassed. We're already at almost 300 calories in 20 minutes. Alright, gang. An hour and 45 minutes straight of playing later. We are finally going home. I burned about 1,200 calories. So, in one sense, I can argue that that session was the same, if not a lot harder than the high rock session would be, only because my average heart rate was 145. So, like my CNS and just my endurance and cardiovascular was getting worked, which like that's all I need right now. Or I need to at least like a decent session on Monday. And then next 2 days are like relatively easy. I mean, not super easy, but they're not like balls to the walls because the race is obviously on Friday. So I'm gonna take it easy. But all in all, that was really, really fun. We didn't lose one time. I think we won 5 games straight. And then the last game, I had to play. This guy, like, I got past the ball on the baseline, and this guy swiped at it, smoked my hand, and then he said the ball went off on me, and I was like, no, it did not. You fouled me, bro. I said, he was like, no, you didn't even have the ball. And then I said, dude, you cannot hit somebody even if you don't have possession of the ball. That's not how this works. And then he proceeded to call me soft like 5 times, and then he missed the shot to like shoot for the call. We got the ball, pass it around, I got it, blow! 3 ball to end the game. And then I emoted on his ass. I did that one where you go like this. You go, Trey ball, sit your ass down, boy. I digress though. I'm gonna go home, shop. Well, actually, I'm gonna hit the hot tub first. Yeah, because we gotta do a little recovery. So I probably will show you guys my stretching routine and then hit the tub, and we'll probably end the video there. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to cover in this YouTube video before I send this off, just because I know this was like getting back to the roots, and I usually try and cover every single thing that has happened recently. But I think we've covered just about everything. I mean, as far as next YouTube videos go, I'm definitely filming one on Friday, all day Friday for my High Rocks race, just to show you guys that whole, not even just process, but that my first competition, honestly, ever since leaving baseball in college, which is kind of cool to say. So that's gonna be fun. And then I'll try to film next week before the drop, give you guys a full try on haul with all the Prefrd pieces. I will do that. So you guys will get 3 YouTube videos in the next 2 weeks. So I am trying to push for this last 2 months that I have to post on YouTube. I want to get 5 videos out. I think that'd be really cool if I get 5 videos out the rest of the year, and then we really prioritize YouTube next year. I did like somewhat this year, but I definitely sell myself short just on some days. Like, I don't know what it is, you know. It like takes me a lot to film a YouTube video, and then once I'm actively filming a YouTube video like during the day, I'm so locked in not only to the filming but like what I'm doing. Everything that I do when I film a YouTube video, like, feels the best. I don't know what it is, and I hate that it takes me a lot to like film YouTube, and I don't want to make that excuse because you guys, I'm a big advocate of not making excuses, so I really can't. I gotta hold myself to a higher standard when it comes to making YouTube videos for you guys, but I do appreciate those who watch, every time that I post one. Much love to you guys. But that's really the plan. I covered everything I wanted to today. Just, recap what's going on, show you guys where my training's at. You got an upper day and everything else business-wise going on in my life. So yeah, I'm like 5 minutes from home, so I'll get home and I'll probably see you guys outside. All right, we're in the backyard now. We got Monday Night Football. I'm gonna do my little stretching routine. Quick stretching routine with the pups out here. Thank you, Blaze. I'm gonna Bear. I still gotta eat and shower.
Bear, what do you want, bruh? Go get him, Blaze. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him.
He's got the zoomy.
Blaze, go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Blaze, go get him.
Anyway, we woosah a little bit. I just want to show you guys this machine. This is the chiller and I guess heater. It's so sick. Holderati, all right there. And then this is what you can see. So it's set to 105 right now. It's pretty darn hot. And then it connects through back here. There's a filter, 2 lines. This is what I got installed. I think I posted on my Snapchat, but whole breaker right there. And then whole tub. That thing is pretty toasty right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I prefer the cold water over the hot water for some reason. I had it on 107 one time, which was the highest it goes, and it was insanely hot. 105 is a little bit more bearable, but it's still pretty hot. I'll start sweating here in about 2 minutes, but my body needs a recovery, so I'll probably stay here for about 10 minutes, go shower, then we gotta eat and chill, but I just did my recovery stretching. This is the last recovery. This is why I really like this tub. So if you're looking for cold plunge hot tub in one, and it looks very sleek. They also have one that lays down, pretty fire. You can use code Shep. I think it gives you $500 off. It is a bit pricey. I know not everybody's looking for that expensive of a tub, but if you have it, I highly recommend. It's completely changed my recovery and just dopamine spike in the morning when it comes to this being like just cold water rather than other levels of dopamine. I've started to not be on my phone in the morning. I've told you guys about that. I don't try to be on my phone for the first hour of the day. If I can, if it's a certain time, I will give myself an hour. Now, if it's later in the day, maybe like, I don't know, 8 o'clock, maybe not an hour, but anything from 6 to 7 is usually an hour. Last thing I wanted to go over though was just how I felt yesterday. I went to church. It was Vision Sunday at Social Dallas. If you're in Dallas, looking for a church, highly recommend Social Dallas. Please come say what's up if you're there. If you come out, welcome you with open arms. My church is anybody's church. Very diverse there, very good people. Cannot recommend it enough. But I went into Sunday kind of like, sorry if that chiller is loud, but I went into Sunday, feeling very overwhelmed just with how much is on my plate right now. And I kind of find myself not feeling like that a lot, but I think when it comes to just what is going on right now. So let me just paint the picture for where my head was at. Obviously I had Prefrd Black Friday drop, and I've been dealing with probably the most amount of boxes and inventory ever, which is a blessing. So when I talk about these things, these are all blessings. I'm not complaining at all. This is just what is going through my thought process. So I just want to make sure this is the best and well curated drop all around for my athletes, for my supporters, marketing purposes, just timing wise. On top of that, I am training for my High Rocks race, which is on Friday, like I've told you guys, making sure everything's up to date with that, making sure I'm recovering well, sleeping well, all of that, eating well. I had the 2 ads that I had to, write down the creative process with. I still have that ongoing this week, as well as continue to film content for my personal side, just to, obviously continue to inspire people to put out what I put out, and funnel to everything else, as well as my personal life, just continue to be a great husband, a great dog dad, a great homeowner, son, brother, good friend to everybody that I'm friends with. So I felt very overwhelmed going to Sunday, but I felt something, with the message that I heard. Pastor Madu talked about God will give you the vision, but the time has to be right. And he said that those both go together, and that really spoke to me. Every time I have something going on, it always seems to come up in some way when I go to church with the message. And God has given me all these visions with my plan and purpose, with everything I have going on, and I just have to make sure the time is right with everything. And I think I can be Superman and try and tackle all these tasks at once, that's not realistic. And everything has its course, everything has its time, because the vision's already set out. I just have to let time play its course and do what I can do and control what I can control. And I came into today, Monday, feeling a lot better than yesterday before church. Just try to trust the process and know that everything happens for a reason. And I talked about it earlier, how you can go through something and you don't really know what you're going through until later down the road, and you can look back at it and you're like, wow, I actually got through that, and it turned out to be all worth it. And I know that what I'm going through right now will be worth it. And I don't really show you guys, all of my emotions when it comes to how much is on my plate. I only show you guys what I show you guys. And, for the most part, that is a lot of what I go through. But there is a lot of emotions and feelings that I have that I don't really tend to show that much, just because that's how I kind of handle stuff like that. I'm kind of a figure it out along the way type of guy. I've talked about that before in some videos. And, pressure builds. I've always kind of honed in on that. Pressure will build you or it will break you. And I will always be the one to try and push through. Sorry, Pickens just scored. I will always be the one to, tell you guys that no matter what is going on, whatever your circumstances are, everyone's dealt a different hand of cards, but all that matters is what you do with yours. No matter what excuse you try to give yourself, everybody, has the same amount of time. Now, everybody might not have the same opportunities, but it's what you do with the opportunities that are given to you. And I really have to hone in on that and just try and execute the best way I can for you guys. Obviously myself and my family, but I want to deliver for you guys over and over again, continue to inspire and put out great content, great clothes, great all around. So sometimes do I put unnecessary pressure on myself? Sure. Other times the pressure is just there and I have to deliver for my people, and it is what it is. So I feel a lot better going into today, just trusting God and His vision. God will give you the vision and the plans and the purpose, and it's up to you to make the best decisions possible. And as long as you can pray to God and just for Him to give you the ability to make the decisions living through Him, as long as you're not making any of those choices and decisions out of selfishness and just for yourself, but in terms of serving others, then everything is going to play its course. Everything happens for a reason as long as you're living through God. That's what I pray to God every day, to allow me to be the best vessel possible and to live through Him in every single thing that I do on said day. And if I can do that, then I will live with whatever happens and kind of go from there. So it's just about continuing to build and, honing in on just trusting God.
that's what I'm gonna end this video off on, just because I feel so fulfilled with God's love. It's amazing. Me and my wife were talking the other day how we tried Social Dallas. We tried multiple churches when we came to Texas in 2022, and we didn't like any of them. And I kind of fell away from God for a long time. And it wasn't until I would say that the beginning of this year where I really started devoting quality time towards building my relationship with God, that I saw things shift. You know, He is the only source, and I firmly believe that. So that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning into this vlog. You know, it means the absolute world to me. Like I said, I'm gonna try to put out more content, more YouTube videos. Follow along. Prefrd Black Friday next Friday, 28, 11 a.m. CST, 10:30 early access. I'm gonna try to give you guys another video, but stay tuned on my Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok for all the other updates. Prefrd's Instagram as well. That's all I got for you guys. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys again. As always, I can't reach that far. Peace, love, and blessings.